I want to turn now to Illinois Congressman Brad Schneider. Highland Park is in his district, and he was actually at the parade when the attack began. Congressman, thanks for being here. Before we even begin, I just want to express our sympathies for your constituents, everybody there who is trying to make sense of what is truly senseless. What did you witness from your vantage point when the shooting happened? Can you tell us more about your experience firsthand?
Sure. I mean, 4th of July in my district, communities across the district celebrate the holiday. I do 5 parades on the 4th. This is the second one, so I had just finished one and was making my way to Highland Park. I just arrived to the parade area, talking to my team by phone where we would meet. My team had not yet entered the parade route when the shooting started. And my team leader, Ari, said there's been shots have been fired. We're all leaving. Everyone was getting out of the area. So I was probably 2 blocks or so away from where the shooting happened, but in my car. I immediately made my way out of the area. I actually came across a group of people, mostly kids with some adult chaperones trying to call home. I pulled over and offered them to use my phone and then helped clear that corner. There was a lot of traffic going through, so I helped make sure traffic got through safely. But it was for real. First thing you think is you hear some shots. No one thinks of a guy on a roof with a military assault weapon and high capacity magazines getting off 70 rounds in just a couple of seconds. It took a little bit of time to understand what had happened, to hear what had happened. Immediately, I reached out to the mayor and the county sheriff. The sheriff had told me that there were at least 2 fatalities on the site. We now know there were 5 who died there and two died later in hospital.
Yeah.
And my community is devastated. This is my hometown. And we are aching for the families. The story you just told about Aiden, 2-year-old boy who, as your reporter indicated, wondering where mommy and daddy are. He's going to wonder where mommy and daddy are the rest of his life. This is a 2-year-old child who's going to grow up without his parents because someone got a military weapon of mass killing and stole his parents' lives from them and shattered a community trying to celebrate July 4th and Independence Day.
And Congressman, you are in a unique position, unlike the other people who were witnesses to this tragedy, because you are a member of Congress. And President Biden signed a bipartisan gun safety bill last month, including incentives for states to pass red flag laws, expanding background checks. We now know that the shooter successfully passed those background checks. Illinois already had a red flag law in place. It has rarely been used. What went wrong?
Well, we've got to collect all the information. What we know is that the police visited this individual's home, evidently because of information from a family member, spoke to the family, confiscated a number of knives at that time. There were evidently no guns at that time. But we also know that just a couple of months later, the father of the killer vouched for him, signed on his behalf to allow him to get a what's called in Illinois a FOID card, a firearms owner's identification. And at the time, the shooter was under 21. And my understanding is that he acquired these guns before his 21st birthday. We need to understand what we can do to close these loopholes. The legislation passed by the House and Senate last month, signed by President Biden, was a step forward, but it's a small step. I think the obvious step is let's get assault weapons off our streets, out of our communities. Senator Tammy Duckworth was here on Monday. She said the last time she heard the noises recorded on the 4th of July in Highland Park wasn't in America, but was when she was serving in Iraq on a battlefield. Yeah. These are weapons of war, weapons of death. They don't belong in our communities, on our streets, at a 4th of July parade.
Congressman, obviously, you're appealing to the public and likely other members of Congress to try and pass an assault weapons ban or update the current one that exists and is by members of your own party's assessment outdated. Do you think that you will be able to have any success along this route, or are Democrats and Republicans too far apart when it comes to the question of assault weapons?
Now, I was talking earlier today with Mike Thompson, who chairs our gun violence prevention task force, about trying to get something through the House, an assault weapons ban. This shouldn't be a partisan issue. It shouldn't matter whether you're a Republican or a Democrat. The idea that people gathered in Highland Park, people gathered 3, 4, 5 rows deep. People come with their families. They identify him today. He's a grandfather of 16. 16 grandchildren now have a grandfather who was murdered at a parade celebrating our nation's freedom and independence. This is something that we should be able to get some common ground on, some common humanity, and say these are not weapons that belong at a parade. They belong in a battlefield, and let's get them off our streets.
All right. Congressman Brad Schneider, thank you.
Thank you.